Some people might say a morning routine, that's nothing for me. That's a waste of time. I prefer staying in bed a little bit longer and then getting out of bed and starting to work right away. So are all morning routines in general just a waste of time? From my perspective as a mental coach, I can say certainly no, but there are things we need to bear in mind when doing and creating our morning routine. And in today's video, I would like to share some, let's say, pros and cons with you that you should bear in mind when doing your morning routines. So let's get started. Welcome to today's video. My name is Steven and I help athletes become mentally strong and successful. So as I said before, I've created my own morning routine. So it must have been a few years ago when I realized I need a booster in the morning, some more energy. And I started to create my own morning routine, which consisted of 3 pillars actually. Number 1 was body, number 2 was mind, and number 3 was my soul. And for that I created a morning habit that lasts about 60 minutes roughly. And I started with yoga for roughly 20 minutes. So I made some kind of collection of exercises that I pulled together so that it really suits me. And that's something I also recommend to you. So if you do something, a morning routine, make sure that it really suits you. So you don't have to do yoga because I do yoga. You can do something else. You could do Pilates maybe, or you could go for a walk, or you could go for a jogging round, or you could do something completely else. So I started off with yoga and some exercises, mobilization exercises for roughly 20 minutes. After that, I added a meditation, what I have been doing for the last roughly 20 years now. But before my new morning routine that I started a few years ago, it was mainly only the meditation. So I added the meditation to the yoga after. So that was about another, let's say 20 minutes roughly. And after that, I did something. So that was actually the part for my, let's say, yeah, you could say probably for the 3 pillars, body, mind and soul, for all of them. But the last pillar that I added was I started learning a language, or let's say I restarted learning French at that time. So I had French in school for a couple of years, but then after school I more or less stopped learning and listening and reading French. So it was just like a restart. So I added a 20-minute session of studying French afterwards with an app, and so in total I had my 60 minutes for my morning habit or morning routine, and I can tell you it made a huge difference. Since I actually added this to my daily routine, this morning routine, I can definitely say I have much more energy. I feel much more in balance also, even when the day starts or before the day starts, let's say before I leave the house, and I'm much more focused. So, and that's something I would recommend to you also now. Think of some exercises, some things you would like to do as I did. You don't have to do it for 60 minutes. I would suggest do it at least 20 to 30 minutes per day, but do it regularly. That's the main point. And then I would say maximum of 60 minutes. So 30 to 60 minutes is I think something that's absolute realistic also in the morning. Maybe you would have to get out of bed a little earlier, but maybe you're one of these persons that tend to hit the alarm clock and snooze a little, so you stay a little longer in bed. Maybe you should ask yourself, is this really worth it? Isn't this a waste of time actually? Instead of doing my morning routine, staying longer in bed, I'm not sleeping longer, so I'm not, let's say, boosting my energy level. But after snoozing, I personally, I feel even more wrecked and tired in comparison to when I get out of bed as soon as the alarm rings. And when putting together your morning routine and your exercises and stuff, make sure that it really suits you. You like this. You look forward to it. I mean, it's unrealistic, to be honest, that you look forward to it every single day. I don't experience this, and I'm sure nobody experiences this, because if you do it on a daily basis, of course, at some point it becomes some kind of routine, and you might feel a little bit maybe bored, or you think, oh no, not again. But as soon as you've done your morning routine, I promise you, you feel much better than beforehand. So when putting together your, let's say, basket of morning routine, make sure that you have something for body, mind and soul. As I said before, this could be a yoga, for example. This could be some walking. This could be a meditation. This could be reading. This could be learning. This could be studying. This could be writing. This could be painting. If you have made up your mind, bring the relevant elements together. Bring it in the right order for you. That's up to you, of course. And then just start with it. Start tomorrow and then see how it goes. However, when talking about morning routines, please make sure that you don't do them too long. So why is that? Because we tend maybe to even extend our morning routine. So we do a yoga for 45 or 60 minutes, then we add a meditation for 30 minutes. So that's, let's say, almost 90 minutes in total. And then we write a blog post or something on a daily basis, or we read in a favorite book that we are just reading. So all in all, it takes you maybe 2 hours. And I think, to be honest, this is too long, because after 2 hours, I mean, it depends on when you start. If we start 4 o'clock in the morning, you'll be fine. Huh? 6 o'clock, you're done and you're ready for the day, and you can go to work and do the things and get the things done you need to get done. But I doubt that you get up at 4 o'clock. And on top, you might feel even a little bit exhausted or tired after such a long time. I could imagine you feel even tired or exhausted after 2 hours or longer doing your morning routine, and not super motivated to continue now with the things you need to get done. But that's the point. If we feel uncomfortable, maybe we know there's something ahead of us, we need to get a presentation done, or we need to call someone that we really don't want to call because maybe it's an uncomfortable call that we are being confronted with, or we need to study for the next test, or we need to train. We do some training at home for ourselves, so we need to go to the gym. And then we start procrastinating. So we extend the morning routine just to make sure that we don't have to start with actually what we need to do. And that's why I suggest don't overdo it with your morning routine. Stick to 30 to 60 minutes roughly, and then have your clear program. Get it done, tick the box, and then move on and do the things you need to do. So, and if someone might ask you at some point, hey, why do you actually do this morning routine every morning? What's the thing with this? I mean, you can actually say, especially when you're an athlete, or you talk to another athlete, you can tell him or her, listen, it's like actually getting ready for the training today. So before I start the training, or before I go outside on the field or pitch or the court, I need to get in shape. So I do a proper warm up so that I avoid injuries. and that I can get the best out of my body and my mind also, and the movements that I do by being warmed up, by being energized. So it's about the professional preparation for the upcoming training or competition. And it's the same with our morning routine, just on a daily basis and for daily life. So what we do with the morning routine is we get ready for all the challenges, for all the stress that might be waiting for us over the day, and we can leave the house actually with a very good feeling because we are not stressed out. We have done something for ourselves. Yeah, we had some me time. We know we are in balance. We've done something for body, mind, and soul. And yeah, we're ready for the day. We're ready for the challenges. Let's go. In case you would like to work on your morning routine, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. You find the Tidy Care link in the video description below. Book a call with me and we can see how and what makes sense for you as a morning routine. Thank you for watching this video. In case you like the content, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Have a great day. Bye.